Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Margarita and today I'm here to bring you my October wrap up. I'm really sorry that I kind of went MIA in the month of October, but I had a lot of family stuff going on and I'm thinking about going back to school, so I've got all of that going on, trying to figure out what program to choose, what school to go to. It's just been crazy, so I'm sorry I've been kind of MIA. That is why. So in the month of October, I read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I read a total of 6 things and I DNF'd 3. So this month I'm going to do this wrap up a little bit differently. I'm going to start with the things I liked the least and work my way up to the things I liked the most. So to start this off, I'll talk about the 3 books that I DNF'd. The first one is a graphic novel and it's Sex Crimes by Matt Fraction and Chip Zdarsky. I think that's how you say that last name. I got about halfway through this graphic novel and I just really didn't care. It wasn't really, I didn't care about the plot, I didn't care about anything that was going on, so I decided to just DNF this one. I don't know if I'll pick it up again later on or if I'll just unhaul it. I still haven't decided yet, but that's the first one. The next book that I DNF'd is The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. I got 8 pages into this book and good God, it was so boring. I couldn't keep my interest. And he has a lot of long run-on sentences that just really irked me. And it was so bad that, like I said, within the first 8 pages, I just had to DNF this. I'm hoping to pick this book up, back up at some point. I just don't know when yet. This was just, it was not for me, at least this time around. So the last book that I DNF'd is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. I got, how far into this book did I get? I got 30 pages into this book, and it's not that it was a bad book, it just required a lot more attention than I was able to give it at the time that I was reading it. So I will definitely pick this one back up, and probably not anytime soon. I want to read it. I want to read both of those books, so I will pick them both back up. I just don't know when. So now on to the books that I actually finished this month. So the first book here is Crimson Peak. This is the novelization by Nancy Holder. This is based off of the screenplay Crimson Peak, and I was really hoping to enjoy this book. I enjoyed the movie and I was hoping that this would just be so much more in depth than the movie was and would give you all different kinds of things that the movie just couldn't tell you, and it wasn't. It was basically like reading the movie, and it just, I feel like it barely scratched the surface of what this story could have been, and it was just really disappointing for me. I gave this 2 stars. It wasn't great. It was kind of a waste of time. The only plus is that I flew through it, so at least I think this took me like 2 days to read, so I guess there's that. The next book is another disappointment for me, and that is Red Queen by Christina Henry. This is the sequel to Alice, which is a dark retelling of Alice in Wonderland, and as you all know, Alice in Wonderland is my favorite story, and I think it lends itself really well to going dark, and the first book was great, and this had so much potential. I just don't think that she saw her ideas through. It had the same problem in the first book where everything's building up and then when it gets there it's just kind of anticlimactic. It's just, it was a real disappointment for me. I gave this 2.53 stars. It's a good enough read and it is kind of creepy, but I don't think it pushed the envelope like the first book did, and in the end it just really left me disappointed. The third thing that I finished is The Gigantic Beard That Was Evil by Stephen Collins. This is a graphic novel and it's all done in shades of grays and black, and the artwork is very simple but very good, and I did really enjoy this. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. It wasn't the best graphic novel I've ever read, but I think that it dealt with some really hard-hitting issues and I did really enjoy it. This is basically about this world where it's called Here, and everything is perfect here. All the streets are perfect, all the grass is cut, it's like the perfect utopia. And this man grows this gigantic beard and they can't control it, and it's this chaos that has come from there. And it's about what society thinks of him because of that and what happens because of this man. It's very good. I definitely recommend picking it up. I enjoyed it. The next book that I read I absolutely adored, and that is A Natural History of Dragons, a memoir by Lady Trent, and this is by Marie Brennan. This book is about dragons, which, first of all, that in and of itself is amazing, but it's also, as this title says, a memoir of Lady Trent, who is one of the first, if not the first, female to ever undergo studying dragons, which is frowned upon because she's a woman, but she's a scientist, and as a fellow scientist, I really enjoyed reading all that scientific stuff. And when they were talking about the wings of the dragon, I geeked out. I'm not gonna lie. I really enjoyed this book. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I cannot wait to continue on with the series. The ending made me a little bit sad because, well, I'm not gonna tell you why, but I wasn't expecting to be upset about what happened, but it's basically the scientific dragon thing mixed in with all this other drama. I really enjoyed it, and I would definitely recommend this book. And the drawings in the book, of course I'm not gonna be able to find one now, are actually beautiful. And it's just, look at that. It has sketches in it. It's a beautiful book. I definitely recommend it. The next book that I read is actually a reread for me. I've been very interested in rereading my fairy tale books. So I picked up Pearl, and this is, or Midnight Pearl, and this is by Debbie Vigoué? I don't know how to pronounce that name. You decide for yourself. This is a retelling of The Little Mermaid, and it is so good. I absolutely loved it. 4 out of 5 stars. I definitely recommend it. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm sure everybody knows what The Little Mermaid is about, so it's a retelling of that, and it's very good. And it has mermaids. What more do you need in a book? And then the last book that I read, and my favorite of the month, is Vicious by V.E. Schwab. This book definitely got a 5 out of 5 for me. I absolutely loved it. I see why this is their favorite book of hers. It has such a dark atmosphere, and it's about these 2 friends that become these super beings. They have these special powers, and when that happens, they become arch enemies, and it jumps back and forth between the past when they were in college working on their thesis about being these super beings, and I think it's 20 years in the future, I think 2010, I can't remember, and it goes back and forth, and it tells you the whole story, and it's so good. If you haven't read this, read it. It is so good. I absolutely loved it. So those are the books that I read in October. Let me know down below what books you read in October and what your favorite was, and I will be back soon for my November TBR. All right, bye.